If you're anything like me, once you started looking into your concealed carry license, you started watching YouTube channels, YouTube videos, and everyone was rocking this sort of style holster, the sidecar style holster. So you got one, you start concealed carrying, but isn't it a little bit too bulky? If it's too bulky and you want something a little more streamlined, comfortable, and concealable, I think I have found the perfect holster for you, and that is the Velo4 holster by Tenicor. Let's get to it. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you didn't already know, my name's Jay Costa, and if you get value out of this video, please hit that like button down below and also consider subscribing because it truly helps grow the channel. I'm trying to slowly build a community here of like-minded individuals that are into firearms and firearms gear, specifically living behind enemy lines in a state like New Jersey, where I live, New Jersey, New York, California. So if you're in one of those states, you're living behind enemy lines, you're constantly fighting for your Second Amendment rights, and they're under attack every single day, definitely hit the subscribe button and a notification bell because I'll be coming at you with much more content this year in 2024. But in this video, I wanted to give you an overview and a review and my thoughts on this Tenicor Velo4 holster. And I'm going to go over what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and I'm going to give you some tips on how to make this thing the most concealable and comfortable holster that you could possibly find on the market right now. Just so you know, I'm not a concealed carry expert. I've only been concealed carrying for 6 months or so, and that's because like I said, I live in the state of New Jersey, and they were just forced to, by the Supreme Court, allow us to exercise our Second Amendment rights and to protect ourselves and our family and our property. So if you're looking for someone to give you a review who's been concealed carrying for 40 years, I'm not your guy. But I'm here to give you my experience as a new concealed carrier on what works for me and what doesn't work for me. Anyway, I'm sure you watch the same YouTube channels that I do, right? Garand Thumb and T-Rex Arms and all this stuff, and they're all great channels with great content. And when I was first looking for my first holster for my Glock 19 here, I went right to the sidecar style holster because that's what everyone had in those videos. And I used it for every day for a while, and I enjoyed it at first, but I had nothing to compare it to. And eventually I started realizing that unless I was wearing like some big baggy sweatshirt, the thing was printing like crazy. So I quickly realized that I needed to find another holster that is just a little bit more simple and concealable and less bulky for my everyday use. So I needed a holster for my second firearm, which is a Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 compact. And my research on Reddit and forums and Facebook groups brought me to a company named Tenicor, and they got really great reviews, and it's a quality company and a quality product for a pretty good price, in my opinion. And it just seemed to fit the bill for exactly what I was looking for, which was simple, concealable, and comfortable. Now, I picked this thing up on Black Friday or around Black Friday for like $90, which once again, I thought was an amazing deal for a quality piece like this. And right away, I enjoyed the simplicity of it over my sidecar holster. It just made it easier to carry and more comfortable to carry every day, which is exactly what I'm looking for. I don't need extra magazines. I don't need tourniquet holders. I don't need that stuff. I'm not an operator. I'm just an everyday guy, just kind of getting started in my concealed carry journey, let's call it. So let's give you a quick overview first. Obviously, this is a Kydex style holster, and the quality is really great, especially for the price. On this front here, you do have a built-in body contour, is what they call it. And the quality on this thing is really outstanding. You can look at all the edges. If I can get that to focus for you, all the edges are very tapered off and rounded off, and it looks really great. It's not some BS 3D printed holster that you get on Etsy or something. This is a quality product. Now on the other side here, you have very heavy duty metal T1 clips and a built-in what they call cam bar and a full-length sweat guard. So the pros of this thing are very obvious. First things first, it's made in the United States. This is something that I always look for with firearm accessories, really any accessories or anything at all if I can. If you're looking to defend yourself on a day-to-day basis, it could be a life or death situation, and you want to have the confidence that your equipment, your gear is going to be up to the tasks in that life or death situation. So do yourself a favor, don't cheap out, especially for something that has a firearm pointing right at your balls. Anything that's pointing right at my balls, okay, I don't want to cheap out on. So don't go get some China crap. Get something quality that you know you can depend your life on. Another pro of this product and this company is the 100% refund policy that they offer. So I have no firsthand knowledge of this, but because I love this thing, but apparently if I didn't like this holster, I could just return it for a exchange or a full refund. They even pay the return shipping, which I think is an amazing customer service strategy here. And because they know they have enough confidence in their product that most people are not going to be returning it. They also have what I would call like a limited lifetime warranty, where normal wear and tear is not going to be covered, but if it fails in any way, they'll give you a full refund or an exchange. So it's truly great quality, both in craftsmanship, the product, as well as the customer service. If you look at the thing, it's just a work of art. I love the way it looks. It's very simple. They really come in only black, I believe. All those edges are very well made, like I mentioned before. These clips here do have adjustable ride heights here with these screws. It has that built-in cam bar as well as that built-in body contour. And this is something that I felt that the sidecar holster was missing. I know some people do have wedges that they put on these sidecar holsters. Maybe that would have helped in my situation, but regardless, this thing really works for me and my body type. Another great pro for this holster is you can wear it anywhere from the 12 o'clock to, I would say, the 3 o'clock position. And frankly, I found that 3 o'clock position to be, that's the sweet spot for me, at least for my body type with this holster. And I'll tell you why. That body contour right there, you see how it's rounded off? Like it's not just straight like a wedge. It kind of curves off, like it's a bigger bump here and it goes down that way. That really contours to my body when it's at the 3 o'clock position, and it kind of pushes it out this way and this way. And then you have that cam bar here pushing it against my belt, and it really just tucks that gun in really, really nicely, especially when compared to the sidecar holster, which there's no bump here or anything. I know you could add something, which I probably will, but also this they don't call it a cam bar. I think this is like a wing or whatever. It's not as effective to me as this cam bar because it's much further away from the clip. Look how close that cam bar is to the clip. You know it's hitting the inside of your belt very, very effectively, and giving you that leverage in order to make it concealable as possible. And since I could wear this thing at the 3 o'clock position, it allows me to do something that we do multiple times every single day much easier, and that is go take a piss. When I was using the sidecar, it was at 12 o'clock because I couldn't really fit it on the 3 o'clock position for whatever reason with my belt and my pants style. It would be at the 12 o'clock position. I'd have to go into a stall if I was in public, take the whole thing out, put it under my arm, take a piss, put it back. Now with this at the 3 o'clock position, I could very simply keep it concealed enough while I'm going to the bathroom where no one's going to notice. I hope no one's going to notice anyway. If they notice, they're looking at something else, and we got a bigger problem on our hands. Now, that being said, this thing is not perfect. Nothing is, right? First thing that I noticed right away when I put this on for the first time was these clips I thought were a bit heavy duty at the time. They're metal, okay, compared to the plastic on a sidecar style holster, and these things were so damn tight getting on the belt and off the belt right away. So I did actually, maybe it was a mistake looking back, maybe they would have worn out anyway, but I did stretch them out a little bit. You may or may not want to do that. That's up to you. I have not had any issue at all because of the fact that they have these on the clips. They have these teeth on the ends of the clips that really dig right into the belt and make sure your firearm isn't going anywhere. Also, you get used to the metal compared to the plastic. You just start trusting it more, and they're much slimmer, so they're much more concealable on the belt than these big, bulky plastic ones, because obviously plastic's not as strong as metal, and in order to make it strong enough, you gotta put more material. And sometimes these big, clunky plastic ones can get a little bulky looking sitting on the front of your belt, depending on what you're wearing. A quick little tip for you guys for getting these really tight clips on and off is you're going to want to push down first and then lift out the clips. Push down like with your thumbs or whatever, and then lift out, and then you'll be able to get it off of your belt a little bit easier. I mean, for the longest time I was struggling with this thing. I didn't know I had to push down first. I was like, it's stuck. I literally thought it was stuck on my belt, but that's the best way to get it on and off. You also kind of do have like limited height adjustment in regards to these clips, at least when compared to like a sidecar style holster where you have all these bunch of different holes that you can move up and down and things like that. If you need a ton of ride height adjustment up and down and left and right, you may want to look into something else. From my research, the Certum or Curtum holster by Tenicor does offer much more adjustability in regards to ride height. It also allows you to carry on the hip, which this you cannot carry on the hip because of that body contour sitting there. So if you're going to carry on your side hip like that, you may want to look into that holster instead of the Velo4. Another thing is that this holster conceals so well that sometimes I do find it hard to get like a good grip, a good register on the frame of the handgun. But as long as you adjust these ride height clips to your liking, the right way, you shouldn't have too much of an issue. And more on that in a second. And lastly, I guess a con would be the cost, but like I said, I don't think $90, $100 is very much for a piece of Kydex plastic made in the United States that you can depend your life on. So, like I said before, don't cheap out. Don't get some China crap. Get the real deal, something you could defend your life with. Now, lastly, I'm going to give you guys a great tip in regards to getting this thing to fit exactly how you want it on your body. I'll give full credit. I got this right from Tenicor. They have a full video on how to do it, but I'm going to give you an overview right now. That video, I'll put a link in the description box down below if you want to check it out right from Tenicor. But basically, you're going to want to take these clips off, completely off, and just stick it in your pants without any clips, and just feel around and walk around your house, feel how it feels in different positions, 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock and up and down. I can't give you a specific answer what the best spot is for you, okay? But what you're going to know once you find that spot that it's perfect for your body, mark with a pencil where your jeans are, where your pant line is on the holster. Basically base your adjustment right on that when you put the clips back on. So if you want more firearms related content, even more specifically coming from someone, like I said, in a state like New Jersey or New York or California, behind enemy lines, we have legal battles that other states don't have to deal with. And if you want any more content like that, you'll definitely love my custom playlist down below. I'll put a link in the description box as well as up here in the corner. Drop a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think about this holster. Do you have one? Are you thinking about getting one? And what do you think about your sidecar? How does it compare? Let me know in the comment section, and I will see you next time.